Hi everyone, welcome to our new video. Today we're going to teach you how, or to show you how to install phpMyAdmin on your Kali Linux machine. But also if you're using a different Linux flavor, you're gonna also use almost the same procedures, but just you're gonna change something like maybe one line. Okay, now we're here. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go to our terminal to check what's going on in there. So you're gonna be sudo first. So sudo so I wanna be sudo m at okay. The password is wrong. Let me see. Okay, we in now, which is good. Super good, super good. Yes. Once we're here, we're going to go to, let me take out YouTube here, and we're gonna go to what they call no, we have to go to start Apache 2 and mysql. So I'm gonna say service start Apache 2 unrecognized service Apache 2 y. Okay, service, let me see, service start. I'm gonna say mysql. Okay, it also says unrecognized service mysql start. I'm doing something which is known there. Okay, let me see, let me recall the command, and I say service mysql start. Okay, the command was wrong. I'm gonna recall the second command, the first command. The start comes at the end. I'm sorry guys. Apache 2 start. Okay, once we start those services, it's gonna be easier for us to check if everything is working. So what are we gonna do here? What we're gonna do is to first check if everything is working. So you go to your browser and check if Apache 2 is working. We're gonna say localhost host, then we leave it like that. You can see our Apache 2 is working, but then if we say phpMyAdmin you get me, you're gonna get this page. So once you get that page, don't worry, don't get scared, just know that we're gonna be on the line to do that. So what you're gonna do, we're gonna go to Google and you look for phpMyAdmin download. Once you're there, you go down and select this which says phpMyAdmin.net. once you're in there, you click on this, you download that, and you save. Okay, once you've saved, then that's gonna be super good, super cool for you. Let's wait to see, it's still downloading. Okay, still downloading guys. Once it's done, then we're gonna be on the deal. Okay, waiting for it to finish downloading. Okay, be patient with me. We're gonna do that quickly, immediately after when it finished downloading. Then we're gonna do that. Okay, please be patient a bit. You can also forward the video a little bit, but it's always good to watch the video from the beginning to the end to see what's going on. You know, at the time of making this video, you can see that we're running on 5.0.4, and which is okay. What we're gonna do now, I think it's done now, so we're gonna do what? We're gonna extract that file. Let's see if it's done. You can see we can open the folder where it is. It's here. See, it's done. So what we do, we're gonna do what they call extract here. We extract here. Okay, I think it's extraction is done. Oh, why is it like saying like this? All languages, whatever. This is what it gives us. Okay, I'm gonna create a folder. Okay, GG, and creating that folder. Just I want to see what's going on here. I want to get the right file. Okay, no, it's fine. I don't need to create that folder. So once we have this, we're gonna leave this the way it is, but then we're gonna go to our terminal again, and we create what they call, we want to move that to another folder. But then what's gonna happen is we have to cd in here, and what you're gonna do is you copy this, like you rename, make like you rename. Okay, copy. Once you're done with copying that, you're gonna go to your terminal. I'm gonna close that, and I'm gonna come here, and I say what is gonna happen here, we're gonna cd to that because we want to move to that. So we're gonna cd to downloads. Downloads has to be capital letter, downloads. Okay, you say enter. So once you cd that, then you have to say move, which is mv. Once move, you copy. You remember that what you copy, that side, it's supposed to be paste section. It doesn't want to copy here. I wonder why. Okay, let me see. ls, I'm gonna list what is in there. So I'm gonna copy this, not the second one, the first one. Remember the first one, the one that we extracted. We copy this and say copy. Okay, then once we say move, we're gonna say mv, then we paste that here. Okay, then we say /. Okay, no, we say space. On that space, we're gonna say, since we want to move that, we're gonna say space /usr /share /phpMyAdmin. Okay, once you're done with that, make sure you didn't make any wrong mistakes, any mistakes on typing that. It's gonna be /. Okay, you put the version or that extracted stuff, because we're moving this file to this folder. So we're gonna say enter. Enter. Once you see this has worked well, then you know that everything is fine that way. So what is the next step here? The next step, we're gonna go and put something like I'm gonna type some another line which also talks much with to what we've been doing to that folder. So we're gonna give those folders permissions and all that. So that's why we're gonna do talk about that. We say okay. So once we do that, it's gonna help us to give the folder what they call the we give it what they call the permissions. You get me? So those permissions gonna help us a lot on doing a lot of things. You get me? So some of us we don't know much about permissions, some of us we know, but anyway, that doesn't matter. Anyway, you know or you don't know, here you are learning. So you're gonna say CHOWN space minus capital R space you say www okay dash then you say data then you say colony, okay, then you say www then you say dash there's no space, okay, you can see dash then data then space. So on space you take exactly this what we used before, then you copy that and put it here. After putting it there, make sure everything is right, okay, then you're gonna press enter. You press enter. If you see nothing went wrong, just know that we're fine, we're cool to go. So it doesn't end there. We're gonna give some permissions here. You're gonna say ch mod. This time we don't use the on, we say mod and say space minus capital R space, then we're gonna say 755 forward slash no space, then you paste that exactly our folder where you in the USR share php-myadmin, okay, then we say enter. After when you do that, everything is fine. But now we're gonna create a new Apache configuration file which is gonna be under the etc t whatever, it's gonna be etc htt, but now this is gonna be a little bit different. In people who are using Red Hat, I'm gonna show you that. Those who are using also Kali Linux, also I'm gonna show you that. Let me bring something here, the file we're gonna create, and we see how it looks like. The guys who are using Red Hat, you're gonna know what we're gonna do, and also who are using Kali Linux, also you guys are gonna know what to do. So so here there's a documentation I try to create here, which is gonna help us to see what's going on. So those ones now it's a little bit complicated. Remember we're done with this step, so I'm gonna copy this and put it into a notepad, because in notepad you won't see all these unnecessary stuff you can't read. I'm gonna create a new notepad file, which is this file. I think you can see well. This is the thing we're gonna use, but let me go down here. I explained before we go on the next step, okay. This is the same file, same thing. Let me delete that. Guys who are using what they call Red Hat, you're gonna see your file should be like this. You should go to, now we're creating the configuration file, but you can go to etc httpd, or you can see this line. And people who are using what we call Linux, Kali Linux, and what they call Ubuntu, you're gonna use this. So what we do here, we want to create what they call the configuration file. then we add all this down here. So what do we do now? You're gonna go to, let me get into a folder, and we can see what we want here. So we're gonna go to let me see, we don't need to go to systems, and then you can see me, I'm using Debian, so which is Kali Linux. You go to etc, here the etc, then after etc you're gonna look for a file called Apache 2, Apache 2, which is here. After Apache 2, you can see we're following the same thing. We're gonna see a file which called config available, you can see it. Then you config conf available, yeah, to call, let me see, config. Yeah, I made a mistake here in the typing here. It has to be conf available. You double click that. Once you're in there, there's a file which they have to say php-myadmin.conf. that's the file. Let me see, php-myadmin.conf. that file is not there. What do we do to get this? I can do this. I can copy this file, one of the files in here, and I don't know its permissions and stuff. Anyway, I'm just doing that. I think I'm not allowed to copy that, but anyway, I can, since I don't have what they call permissions on this, but there should be a way to do that. Remember, we need to create a file called php-myadmin.conf. Since we sudo, we can create that file using what they call what we're gonna call it, vim. Okay, if you know vim, then you good to go, but it doesn't matter. If you logged in as a sudo, as a root, you should be able to create this file. So what I'm gonna do, let me try to create a file, a simple file somewhere, and see if I can drop it in here. So if I can't, then it simply means we're gonna use the command to do that. So with commands, things are always easy, but some people, they don't get it well if it comes to commands. So let's leave this open like this. Guys, we're almost done. That's the file. Let me look for, okay, I'm looking for something like this. I'm gonna create a new file. Then that new file, I wanna save it. Let me see if I can save it there. Say open a folder. I wanna go to, you remember we went to home, we can say location, we can say this, and we go to etc, we look for etc. Can you see etc? It doesn't give us any chance to go to etc. Yeah, here's etc, and we say Apache 2. We're gonna go to Apache 2. Please look for Apache 2. You know, it swapped this thing down to up. I want to look for Apache 2. Please go look for that. I'm looking for that folder AAAAP. Yes, Apache 2. Remember, there's a folder which we went in. It was called conf available. We in here, and here, that's when we're going to create this folder. So now we try to save here something which is not allowed for now. I can see, because I cannot create that folder. I can't create that folder, so I'm gonna, should I give it can I give it permissions? I think I should give it permissions, and I see if it can work for me. So, but if it doesn't work, don't worry. We're gonna create our file first. We put it somewhere closer to those folders which have some permissions for us. So what you do, don't say open new one. It's new. We say new. Okay, no, this one we're gonna try to save. Let's try to save as. We go back to that folder. We see if we can save that into that folder. We go locations, computer. Okay, I made a mistake here. We have to go back. We have to go computer, locations, computer here. We go to etc. After etc, you're gonna say Apache 2. scroll down. Mine swapped to, no, this time it should be up. So we go Apache 2, it's here. Once we're here, we're gonna go to this file called what? Okay, Apache 2. Okay, we're gonna give it a file name, not Apache 2. When you hear there is something called config available, this one, conf available, then we in there, we're gonna create that. Okay, once we create that file, we're gonna save it. Let's save if it's give us some document permission denied. Okay, you can see we don't have permissions to write on that folder. So what can we do to make things easier for us? Since we're in this folder, we can say what can we do? We can do this. We say copy this file, copy that exactly, and let's try to give some we can get out of here because we've done that. cd, and we say ch mod, then we say -r, then 777. I'm gonna see if I can give that permission to that folder. Then we paste that section. We say okay. If that is like that, let's try to see if we can paste this, and to amazement, this folder is created, this file is created, but let's see where it went. Do we have that? We don't have this file here, but we're gonna put it there. So what we're gonna do, we gonna get what I'm gonna cancel this, don't worry about that. So what I do is don't get confused, guys. You can pause and see what we're gonna do, what we're doing here. So I'm trying to get that one of the documentation we got our stuff from. Let me cancel everything here, and I wanna get that file. Get me that file, please. Yes, this is the file I want to use. I wanna use this, all of this, but now the file name we have to use should be this config file. Okay, so let's try to create a new file. Maybe we can even make this the same file. We need to make this one. We save it there. Save it. Where do you want to save it? Let's try to see if we can go back and save it into that place. If it says yes, then that's gonna be a plus for us. Let's go to etc. When you're in etc, you go to Apache 2, then you go to conf available. Then when you're in there, you try to save that file and say okay. Yes, we did save that after giving our thing a permissions. So after that, I want you to delete all what I was putting in there. The file should look like this exactly. So after that, we're gonna say save. Okay, you can see it's in etc Apache 2 config available. Then we make this. Okay, after doing that, you know that this file is saved. Order, deny, all, allow. Okay, then say deny from, all, deny, allow. Okay, that is what we say. We allow this IP address, we also allow this type of IP address. We close here, we save that file. Okay, once we know that we saved that file and we know where it is, we're gonna close that. After closing that, remember that we almost done. So what we're gonna do, still have our documentation. So now after creating that, what's gonna be next is to give it to, there's a line we're going to write here. I'm gonna give it to you, the line we're going to write. That line should be properly done. So let me get it right for you. So then we're gonna try things out. So okay, once we're done with that, let me go in here and I want to get your text. Okay, you can see PHP. You can see this file is here. Let's try to see it. You can see it's fine. Okay, once it's fine, then we can close here, and what's gonna be next now is to run one of the folders. I'm gonna run one of the lines which gonna help us to move that to another section. So this is sudo ln l small l n small l small space minus what it's gonna be minus small s. Then you do what, you go like, you know, this is something we have to, I have to edit. I have to go here and say / you're gonna say usr, okay, / share / phpMyAdmin / space. Let me see here, there shouldn't be much space here. Okay, you're gonna cancel this. Then we have only one space, var www. This is, you say, you can see the way it is, var www html dot then space phpMyAdmin. So we try to do this to this file. So let me say enter. Let me go here. Okay, then you say enter. Once that is done, I think we're gonna be done. So let's see, let's try to refresh. Wow, guys, everything's done 100%. You saw the steps, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try my best to get you a link to where you're gonna go to see all those codes and some of the steps. Watch the video, but the codes, you know, and that config file, what is gonna be in there and how to write it. Also, I'm gonna do that, and also the link to that, where you should put it, everything. I'm gonna make it a little bit easier for you so that you don't spend a lot of time on that. Okay guys, our phpAdmin is working, is 100% okay, but now you might face some challenges on how to create whatever your database logins and stuff. Also, I made a video on that, because if I come here and say admin root, it might not accept that root, and say root, okay, it might not accept that. You can see, as I told you, but everything is done. I have a video whereby I created how to, I show people how to do that. I wonder if I can get a quick view on that, so that I can help you not to spend a lot of time going there and there. Let me check something for you here, and I see if that can work for us. There's a video here I made. If I can do that in the video, then it's gonna be good for me and you. So I think I'm gonna leave the link in the video, in that video, in this video, in the description, so that you go and watch that video. That video also is one of the best videos on how it teaches us to do that. So it's gonna give you a clue on what to do, that video, to fix this small problem. This is a small problem, but this video is beyond the scope of this video. But don't worry, we managed to install our phpAdmin. The only thing you say, it's say access denied, whatever. So what you have to do, you're gonna create a username, a new username, and its password. Then you use that, because sometimes the new SQL server does not, MySQL does not give you a chance to log in like in the old way, root. So that's the thing. So the only thing you have to do, you're gonna create a new user and a new username. But anyway, I'm gonna give you a video in the description below to see how to do that. But this tutorial was to cover how to install phpMyAdmin, and we covered it and everything is working. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy 2021. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. I'm gonna stop the video, and don't forget that I'm gonna put everything for you in the description.